my loves, good morning, my loves, how are we? Let's hope we have more success than we did yesterday afternoon. Are we on? Let me check. Right. Now, that's the one I was waiting for. Right, we're on. Good morning. How are we all? I hope we're all well. Let's get this going up and running here, see what we're doing. Now, we are going to, let me get rid of that. Let's do that. Let's do, Richie buffering, get rid of that. Let's start again. Oh, this is always a nightmare. Apologies. If this is your first time, welcome. You have stumbled upon us and I'm absolutely delighted and thank you very much indeed. And we are foxtrotting, favourite dance. And to everybody who's joins us most every day, I love you all. Thank you very much to Elizabeth and Amy and AJ and Anna and Roy and Barbs and Gillian and Lee and MJB, morning my love, Alicia and Deborah and Michelle and Cara and Saffron and I love you all. Thank you. Now, Katie, Dorothy, Norma, 79, brilliant, still can't get off the floor, love that. Now, Foxtrot, love the Foxtrot, all the best songs. Now, it's called the slow Foxtrot. Now, I'm just going to do a very... Now, the problem with the Foxtrot, already I'm going, the problem with the Foxtrot is that it moves. It's a progressive dance. And so obviously doing it in a situation where we've rolled up the rug and we're doing it in about a 5 foot square is that we can't progress very fast. So we're going to take it in little bits. And then when we get a bit more space, we'll add it all together. So I'm going to take it in just just 3-step sections really. Now, we're going to start with the feather step. Beautiful name for a step. Now the Foxtrot, I don't know if you know this, but during the war, certainly the First World War, it was the go-to dance. You just tuck himself in. Before even the waltz. People think, they used to waltz in the old days. In actual fact, they used to Foxtrot because the Foxtrot is essentially a walking dance. I'm going to stand in this corner here and I'm going to go across there. These are the boy steps. I'm going to start with the right foot. So I go forward with the right foot, forward with the left foot, and then forward with the right foot. Feather step. See? So if you haven't got much time and you're at some sort of do in the evening and next day you're flying off somewhere unpleasant and you wonder, this is the dance because it's very easy to learn, he says, famous last words. Now, for the lady, you're going to go backwards on your left foot and walk 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. See that? Roll. Now, there's one thing you have to learn about the feather step is that there's a lot of what we call outside partner steps. Now, we've discussed this in the past, we're going to do it again. So when we stand in hold, we're like this. Oh, I touched myself. So I'm in hold like this, perfect posture at all time, please. Now, ladies here, we're in this position here. The feet line up thus. So my feet are together. Now, if you can imagine that the lady is facing me, but she's just offset, so she's this side of my tie, this side for the hanky, I haven't got a pocket in these trousers, this side for the lady, which means her right foot is going to be placed between my feet. Not right between, just in front of my feet, but her toes will be pointing between my feet. And her left foot will be on the outside of my right foot. So we'll be in a situation like this, where can you see that, where we're interlocking, like this, but we're not underneath each other yet. That happens when we take a step. So we're standing in front of each other, but we're offset, we call it. Now, as I step forward with my right foot for the man, forward, and I go forward with the left foot. When I step forward with my right foot on step number 3, that step goes what we call outside partner. Now, when we're starting and stepping forward in normal terms, we call that in line. So I'm stepping forward here, she steps backwards, and I'm stepping between her feet. And vice versa, when I step backwards and she steps forward, she steps between my feet. That's called in line. Now when I step in line, I'm between the feet as we say, but when I step outside, I'm on the, I'll say this without stating the obvious, I'm outside of her right foot. So her right foot is there, normally I'm in line. When I step outside, I go to the right of it. So now I'm outside. So we'll just do that again. So I go forward, I'll do it again one more time. I go forward, forward, and the third step is now outside partner. So you'll see that when I do it, if I come towards you here, I go forward, forward, I'm on two lines here, and on the third step, I step across myself very slightly, and that enables me to step just outside her foot. I don't do anything dramatic because her foot's only going to be this wide, and Cinderella, and dog barking. So I'm here, I'm just outside her foot. That's called outside partner. The lady doesn't do anything. She just goes straight backwards. It's the man or the leader, if you're dancing as leaders and followers, it's the leader, in this case the person going forward, is the one who dictates whether he goes or the leader goes outside or in line. So they're determining what the variation is going to be. So the girls, you go back, back, and then you just step backwards again. That's all you do. Now, that is the feather step. It's the foxtrot, it's the foxtrot, we love the foxtrot. Now, have you got that? That's not too tricky, is it? We're managing that. Victoria, bonjour, Claire, Lauren, loving the foxtrot. Thank you very much. I hope you saw the GMB this morning, Lauren, thank you very much. Now, we're now going to do a thing called a three-step. Now, we'll talk about heels and toes either next time or later. I don't want to spend too much time. I'm going to get some steps into you. We're going to do a thing called the three-step. Now, that goes on like this. We go, boy first. We go left, right, left. All right? Ladies, you go right, left, right. It is the three-step because it's got three steps, you see. All right, so, boy, left, right, left. Lady, you go right, left, right. Now, we are in line for all of that. There is no outside partner on that. So what we're going to do, start from the beginning, right foot. So feather step, forward, forward, outside. All right? Then we do three steps straight in. Left in line, right in line, left in line. Lady, you just go 6 steps back in a straight line. That is the feather step and the three step. And lady, you're looking to the left at all time through all of this. You just go backwards. You go back, 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 back. Now there's a slight sway in all this and a little bit of turn in the body, but we'll come to those things probably another time. Just focus on a few steps at the moment. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to do the tricky bit. We're going to put something in between that called a reverse turn. This consists of 6 steps. Reverse turn and feather finish. Its full name. It's got 6 steps. Now, there's also a tricky bit in there because the lady's got a heel turn. This is where it starts to get a bit tricky. Now, we have discussed the heel turn in the past. Somebody asked me a question about it specifically, but we're going to do it now. So I've crashed through those first 2 variations a little bit quickly, but they're not too tricky. The reverse turn. Ladies, start with the important bit. So girls, you're going to do a reverse turn, which means you're going to go backwards on your right foot. Right foot. So I'm in this position here. I've just finished my feather step. So we're going to take it from the feather step. Foot back, back, back. And I'm in this position here with my feet apart. Here like this, or feet open. Now I step backwards on my right foot. Here. I'm going to turn and face that direction, like this. Here. And then I'm going to step forward on my right foot. Now it's a heel turn, but it doesn't mean I go backwards, shut my feet, turn on my heels and step forward. It only doesn't mean that because that's sort of impossible to do unless you do it like that, which was horrendous and without a partner. So what you have to do is you have to turn on one foot, like this, watch this, shut the feet, and then step forward on the right foot. Somebody once told me, an old teacher said to me, the step you go backwards on is the same step you go forwards on. So if you go back on the right, you go forward on the right. I love that. So, girls, you go. Think of it like this. You're going back, close, forward. So it's like a walk with shut your feet in the middle. Don't get sort of too engrossed in the heel turn part. It's only a moment where I'm just going from there, and it's just to neaten up the feet. Did you see that was rather natty, that wasn't it? So what I want you to do really is close your feet, but when you do the turn part, do it on the heel, don't do it on the toe. So often this happens, we end up going on the toes because it's easier, but it's absolutely wrong. So we need, because it's called a heel turn, not a toe turn. So here we go back on the right foot, I'm going to just swivel around on my heel, and I'm going to close my feet, and I'm going to step forward on the right foot. That's the ladies' heel turn, reverse turn. I go back, heel, forward. And it's quite, you know, I crack on with it. I don't sort of, I'm not having an artistic moment, I'm just sort of moving. And I go back, close, forward. Nice. Boys, I'm going to do it from this direction actually, because I'm turning this way. As I step forward with the left foot, so I've done my feather step. Forward, 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 outside partner. I now step forward my left foot here. I'll be back in line now. Normal position. As the lady does a heel turn, I'm turning to my left, because that's the way she's turning. So I'm turning this way here. This right foot has to go over there. It starts to go forward, but it ends up to the side. Does that make sense? I start to go forwards, but I end up to the side. Comprendez-vous? But I keep going in the same line. So if I didn't do any turn, it would just do this. All right? So I do forward and left foot. I go forward, and as I get there, I just turn to step to the side, and then I go backwards on my left foot. Comprendez-vous? Let's do that one more time. And 1, 2, 3. How's that? Not bad? Tell me how you're getting on with that. That is the reverse turn. And Victoria never got that step. Now I've got it. Perfect. Teacher's pet. Easy peasy, Lee. Actually, it's not easy peasy for you. It's 2 o'clock in the morning or something over in Arizona. I got the turn. Cynthia, ledge. Claire, very, very interesting. Well, I'm glad you think so. I think it's interesting. MJB, you're beautiful. So Lucy, got that. Marvellous. Is that your code for safe? Move on. Let's do it one more time. Boys, we go forward, side, back. Ladies, I've changed the direction because I'm going to turn this way. I go back on the right, I close, and I go forward on the right. Right. Back, close, forward. Now you'll notice I'm coming out on a toe. So as I come out of the heel turn part, now my weight is on my heels essentially, because I've turned on the heel. As I rock forward here, you can see that my weight just lifts off the heels. And then as I step forward, I just go toe lower. And then I can step forward the next foot on a heel. So it's sort of obvious when you sort of get there, eventually you go, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. I can see why we do it like that now. Because when it was danced, this dance back in the time, originally, when it started off, people just wanted to dance before, they got in a plane and flew off somewhere horrendous. And so if you're trying to start remembering waltz variations and looking at it, you're not enjoying yourself very much. You're just dancing because this could be the last thing you ever do. Don't say that. This is quite poignant actually, bearing in mind it's VE Day this weekend. So you're just dancing around the floor and the music was beautiful. Don't forget we're talking about Foxtrot music, which is some of the greatest songs of all time. And you're just, I can't think of anything I'd rather do, quite frankly. Now, so ladies, when you come out of that, you do this, you do into a feather finish, so it's forward, side, back. So you're doing sort of the reverse of what the boy does going in. Now, so you've just come out, I'm going to stand over here. Can you still see me? I'm going to stand over here like this. So I'm here, just come out the heel turn, I'm here. I now go forward with my left foot, I step to the side with my right foot, and I go backwards with my left foot. and that backward step goes a little bit under myself. See that? So I sort of put my left foot rather, underneath my bottom. Underneath the old de rigueur. Chaps, you go back on, I'll go from here. Guys, you go back on the right, you step to the side on the left, and then you step forward and across yourself on the right foot. Back outside partner, so onto the right of a right foot. In feather finish position, here like this. Looking all magnificent. She stood there, I'm stood here, and we're feathering. Now the reason it's called feather, the feather step, or the feathering position, I've heard very many sort of reasons for this. Somebody once told me it's because if you can imagine the way they build a fence, for example, it's not very romantic, but they use this wonderful technique of feathering the boards one on top of the other. I don't even know if that's true. The other thing is because it's shaped like a feather. And when you're doing the feather step here, there is a curve to it. There used to be a larger curve to it years ago when they did it originally, when it was first sort of danced. Now it becomes much more straightened because everybody wants to progress. Progression is sort of the most important thing apparently. But so we've lost a bit of that curve. But the curve is a beautiful part of the feather step, I think. Now, the other thing is that we're feathering the foot one across the other, the same way the bird lays its feathers, or the feathers of the bird's wing lay upon itself, one on top of the other like this. And you're doing the same thing with the feet. You're feathering the feet outside lady. And if you look at that, it's all sort of starting to layer on. My foot outside her partner, her foot, and then the other foot just behind itself. And it's all sort of lovely and neat and gorgeous. And it's lovely. I find it's like quite romantic, really. But which one of that's absolutely true, I'm not quite sure. So let's do that again. So, ladies, you've gone back on the right, you've closed your heels and you've come forward on the right. You now go forward on the left, you step to the side on the right, and you tuck your left foot underneath yourself, stepping backwards with your left foot. Comprendez-vous? Right. Ladies, gents, sorry. I go forward with my left foot, I step to the side with my right foot, and I step backwards with my left foot. I now go backwards on my right foot, I step to the side on my left foot, and I step outside partner with my right foot forward, like this. Outside partner. So you've got two outside partners, fellas. Step 3 of the feather step, and step 6 of the reverse turn feather finish, or the third step of the feather finish. So basically when I'm stepping forward, past towards my partner with my right foot, invariably it goes outside partner. How about that? And now from there, if I imagine I'm in there, I can now do the 3-step. Left, right, left. And the ladies, from here, you're in feather finish position here, and then you just go back, back, back. Now what we'll do next time with this is we'll talk a little bit about how the feet work, what we're doing with the rise and falls, etc., just to add a bit more technique, if you like. But at the moment, I just want you to roll through those steps, walk them together like this here, and just trying to get together. If you're dancing them together, if you're dancing them alone, just try, ladies, get a fabulous heel turn action here, and just nice long steps. The worst thing about the foxtrot is that we end up sort of doing it a bit like this. We're frightened of standing on each other's toes. It's a bit like we put both legs down one knicker hole or something, and we're not really moving. My daughter does that sometimes. She's like this. She calls it the mermaid. I love it. She goes like this. There you go. And so you can't move. So make sure you put your knickers on properly. And then you just take nice long steps. And then you'll get a lovely flow about the foxtrot, because the foxtrot is beautiful when you are flowing across the floor, and you can add these nice shapes and then whiz in a lovely heel turn and shape and step outside partner. It's an absolutely beautiful dance, and the best foxtrots are the simplest ones regarding choreography. If they get over choreographed, they get a bit waltzy in actual fact, and then you lose the beauty of the dance in its sort of simplistic form. How are we doing? Have we any questiones about any of that? Frankie, the SM, slow foxtrot is the best working de rigueur, off to do it right, and the viewer thinks Oh, that's easy. It is, you're absolutely right, Frankie. It's one of those dances, they call it the most difficult dance to do of all the ballroom dances. Because two reasons. One, firstly, the flow is ridiculously difficult to do. The lady does seem to spend a long time in the dance going backwards. So there's a quality of footwork for the ladies that means that the dance is beautiful and smooth. And the gentleman has got to dance it perfectly, posturally, through his feet, outside partners, all those sort of technical subtleties, really. But the timing is very, very difficult. You've got Foxtrot, for example. I'll just put this very quickly. Is 4/4 time. So if you go with the autumn leaves, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3. The autumn leaves. So that's Foxtrot time. But the step goes slow, quick, quick. And the slow is worth 2 of those 4 counts. So we go slow, which is 1, 2, and then the quick, quick is a 3, 4. So they're just 1 beat each. And trying to get that timing, slow, quick, quick, slow, and make it look smooth, and not like you go slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, is, well, it's a life's work, really. That's what one spends all their time trying to perfect in Foxtrot, is the quality of the timing and the movement across the floor. That's the beauty of it. But it is can be simplistic in its choreography, but still the most difficult thing to do. And you have to, it's one of those, as Frankie said, it can take time. Somebody once said to me, can't do a decent Foxtrot till you're 40. The ghost of teachers past. And I obviously, I'll know that for sure when I get to 40, if that's actually true. But thank you all very much indeed. I hope you enjoyed the Foxtrot. I love the Foxtrot. It's my favourite dance. You lot are amazing. We've done a feather step, a reverse turn, a feather finish, and a 3-step. We cracked on, didn't we? And that ghost disappeared. You're looking absolutely right. Drift by my window. You're quite right. Thank you. Perfect. You lot are amazing. This afternoon, if you can join me this afternoon, we're doing perfect pecs. I'm going to be buff and gorgeous. If not, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. The sun's out. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed that. The Foxtrot is such a beautiful, beautiful dance. Thank you all very much indeed. Much love. And maybe see you later. If not, see you in the morning.